Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out another one of my videos. So today, we're gonna have another book review for the book I just finished today for the week, which is gonna be called The Whole New Mind by Daniel H. Pink. This book is really interesting. It's actually an assigned book I had for one of my entrepreneurship classes. And it really actually was interesting because most books, actually almost all the books I've ever read in college that we're forced to read, weren't that good. But this book was actually pretty good. So I recommend it a lot for people that just want to have creativity, want to improve their creativity, want to see where we're headed into the future. So this book, as you see, A Whole New Mind, is about how your mind works and how we can change it. So, as we know, we have a left and right side of our brains that are split halfway through. The left side is the more analytical. It does a lot of calculations, understands language, all that stuff. So, the left controls your right hand, right foot, and the right side of your brain controls your left hand, left foot. Now, the right side of the brain is a more of a creative, free-flowing, kind of conceptual brain that just has interprets a lot of things differently. The right side of the brain is different because it interprets everything a little bit differently. It shows, it understands emotions, it understands language, or it understands what the language is implying. So if a guy, so let's say you have a huge argument, right? You're arguing with your spouse, you're arguing with a best friend, and one of you guys decides to leave. So the other person's just like, where are you going? And he's just like, I'm going out. Just like that, right? Well, the left side just hears, I'm going out, and it's like, oh, okay, he's just leaving. I mean, that's fine. He's going outside. The right side of the brain is like, oh, no. He's not just going. He's leaving because he is upset and he's mad. It understood the tone of that language, and it understood what was going on in that language, in that tone of that of the sentence. So without the left and right working together, it wouldn't be able to interpret. If it was just the left side of the brain, which is where our educational system teaches us, it'd be like, oh, he's just leaving. Okay, that's fine, right? So this book, the reason I'm talking about that is because this book is talking about, hey, it's important. Before, a couple of years ago, it was all about using your left side of your brain, being very analytical. If you're an accountant, if you get with numbers, if you can go ahead, follow processes and steps, then you're awesome. But because of the huge abundance of things that we have going on now, I mean, there's abundance of cars, money, food, water, everything. With having Asia come around and all these countries like India, Japan, having lower salary income for IT specialists and different specialists and accountants. Everything is being moved overseas job-wise, right? So we got to change. We can't just become left thinkers anymore. And also because of automation. Robots are coming in, taking out jobs that just require step-by-step processes. Just like when I was first going to become an accountant with an accounting degree, same thing. The CPA exam actually changed. Was the exam to get to become a certified public accountant. It changed the way it does its exams just a couple of years ago because it realized it's not about, do you know how to get the information, do you know how to input numbers and get some forms out, because machines can eventually do that. It's about, hey, can you explain what that means, right? So we're changing from the left side of our hemisphere, using the left side of our brains, to using the right side of our brains. And the reason for that is because of everything changing, right? Jobs are leaving us, and jobs require you to just be able to have a more creative thinking and think outside the box that a machine or just a regular left-sided brain can't do. Another thing that was really cool about this book, and that really makes it interesting, I'm trying to find it here too, is that we're moving from the, we had the industrial age, we had the information age, where we're now. And he's telling us that we're going into the conceptual age. Now, what's the conceptual age is basically where we're going from just using our left side of the brain to our right side of the brain, which means that we're being more creative, we're understanding more things, and we're really trying to focus on the big picture kind of things, right? Because that's what the right side of our brain is very good at, is thinking big picture, wide things. It's about imagining, dreaming, all this stuff. And we want to focus on having that creativity, because the educational system, by the time you're just like in second grade, you'll watch like kindergarten, first grade kids, like they'll raise their hands, be excited over all these things, like they'll draw crazy images, and then second, third, fourth, fifth graders will be like, what? We gotta draw? Man, that's boring. That's stupid. They'll draw something realistic, and the kindergartners will draw like a purple tree. They don't care, because they're creative, they're having fun. And they're not realistic. They're not focused on left-sided thinking, which is what the educational system teaches us with, having one right answer. We want to focus on having one dream, one goal, and having multiple answers and multiple ways to create it. And that's why this book is so cool. It talks about these different things. It talks about, one last thing I want to talk about is it talks about having a laughing class or a club, where you literally just laugh. You laugh for an hour a day, because laughter makes you feel better. Laughter makes you, just fixes all the problems. It makes you so creative and have so much creativity. One last thing the book talks about is meditation and having a spirit, being spiritual. Can't even say the word. Being spiritual. It's so important to be spiritual, because it's been proven that there's some research behind it, knowing that you're not there's a higher power, there's a higher cause for you. It actually makes you feel better. So using both left and right side. Now, I'm not trying to make this religious. Please, if you're atheist or if you believe in whatever religion is, look, I'm just saying what the book says. It's okay. Don't hate me for it. But it's interesting to see how using the left and right together instead of just focusing on the left side of your brain can actually help us humans become so much better. We can't just rely on the right side of our brain or the left side. We gotta rely on both working together at most max capacity as they can. With that being said, guys, really check this book out. It's a more scientific. It's a more of a understanding how the mind works kind of book. But it's super cool, super good. Highly recommend it. Definitely go check it out, at least down below or above on. Check it out on Amazon. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next one. Have a good one, and peace out.